The purpose of Proverbs. These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insights of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful lives, to help them to do what is right, just, and fair. These Proverbs will give insight to the people, knowledge and discernment to the young. Let the wise listen to these Proverbs and become even wiser. Let those with understanding receive guidance by exploring the meaning in these Proverbs and parables and the words of the wise and their riddles. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. A father's exhortation: acquire wisdom. My child, listen when your father corrects you. Do not neglect your mother's instructions. What you learn from them will crown you with grace and be the chain of honor around your neck. My child, if sinners entice you, turn your back on them. They may say, "Come join us. Let's hide and kill someone, just for fun. Let's swallow them whole like those who go down to the pit of death." Think of the great things we'll get. We'll fill our houses with all the stuff we take. Come throw in your lot with us. We'll share the loot. My child, do not go along with them. Stay far away from their paths. They rush to commit evil deeds. They hurry to commit murder. If a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. But these people set an ambush for themselves. They are trying to get themselves killed. Such is the fate for all who are greedy for money. It robs them of life. Wisdom shouts in the street. Wisdom shouts in the streets. She cries out to the public square. She calls to the crowds along the main street, to those gathered in front of the city gate. How long will you simpletons, will you insist on being simple-minded? How long will you mockers relish in your mocking? How long will you fools hate knowledge? Come on and listen to my counsel. I'll share my heart with you and make you wise. I called you so often, but you wouldn't come. I reached out to you, but you paid no attention. You ignored my advice and rejected the correction I offered. So I will laugh at you when you are in trouble. I will mock you when disaster overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster engulfs you like a cyclone, and anguish and distress overwhelm you. When they cry, I will not answer. When they anxiously search for me, they will not find me. For they hated knowledge and chose not to fear the Lord. They rejected my advice and paid no attention when I corrected them. Therefore, they must eat the bitter fruit of living their own way, choking on their own schemes. For the simpletons turn away from me to death. Fools are destroyed by their own complacency. But all who listen to me will live in peace, untroubled by fear of harm. I'm going to let you digest this scripture on your own, but I'm going to leave you with this note. Essentially, fear the Lord means to have deep respect, reverence, and awe for God. So an example of having reverence is to acknowledge God's holiness and His greatness and His power and His strength and His wisdom. Another example is to be obedient. That means aligning ourselves with God's will for our lives. It's reading our word and learning what sins are and what is right in God's eyes and what is not right in God's eyes. Another example of that would be humility, and that's just acknowledging our limitations compared to God's great power. Another example is to have love and trust for God. This means trusting Him fully and allowing His light to shine and lead a way for our footsteps. And if we have questions, we're surrendering ourselves and we're asking God what questions we have, because it tells us to seek and we'll find, and to knock and the door will be open to us. So it's to have that relationship and to have that love for God and to hold Him with honor.